Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Tammy coming to you live from my office on this beautiful Sunday morning. It is that time of the day. It is 10 a.m. on Sunday, which means it is Sunday sermon. And as you're jumping on here, please do me a favor, say hello and tell me where you're watching from. Where in the world are you? I'm in Farmville, Virginia, if you're just now finding me. I am live in a couple of places. I'm live on my personal Facebook page because I can't go live in groups. So if somebody can share this into our private group. I'm also live on the Hometown Hippie business page as well as the Community um, YouTube channel. So as you jump on here today, say hello, tell us where you're watching from. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and hit that bell so that you'll know whenever we are live. If you can drop us a grateful fed in the comments, tag a friend, hit some likes, some hearts. That's a free way to support my channel, to help me, to help others find the place, because Facebook does like to hide me in the algorithm whenever I'm on a little restriction for community standards. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I did not mean to break community standards, but sometimes we got to do what we got to do. Good morning, Elizabeth Clark from Crew, Virginia. Good morning, Amanda Giorgetti from Pinellas Park. Good morning to my dearest Norma Jean from Abilene. Um, I'm so glad y'all are here this morning. We do have lots and lots of things to talk about. Now, I do have a couple of, if you are new watching us, you don't know who the hell this is, what you're watching. My name is Tammy Nelson, and I am lovingly known as the Hometown Hippie here in Farmville, Virginia. We have a couple of different Reiki-inspired food magic healing businesses. Number one is my plant over pill business, which is Reiki healing. We create food magic with plant-based infusions, and we have chamomile tinctures, and we have brownies, and we have coconut oils, and we have teas and salves and all the things. We also have the Grateful Fed Catering Company, which is our offsite and full service catering. We help you to build your own food plans. Along with that, we have the Sugar Magnolia Food Truck, which is our little offshoot of the Grateful Fed Catering Company. And then my husband and I also have Heart of Virginia Hydro, which is a wellness and cultivation apothecary. So it helps you get all the things you need to grow all of your plant-based medicine and all the other things you want to grow. And saying all that, because that's what today's topic is about. It's about where your mind goes, your energy flows, right? And whenever you have a lot of places that your mind goes, right, sometimes your energy flows in a weird and wonky way. And I want to talk about that today because I have been on the struggle bus a little bit, and I love to be very authentic and I love to be very real with you all, because I feel like things don't happen to me, they happen through me. And that I come here and I share on my platform because I ask God, source, universe. I remember, we don't yuck anybody's yum, we don't boo anybody's beautiful, whatever words you use. I pray, I meditate, whatever. And sometimes messages come out that are meant for the masses. And sometimes I have to share things that I don't like to share online, but I do it anyhow because that's who I am, I guess. I don't know. Um, but this week has been a rather difficult week for me. And some things have been made very well aware to me. And I'm going to share with you all because I'm guessing that there's somebody or several somebodies out there who might be doing the same thing. But before we get started with that, let me ask y'all a question. Anybody else like having a terrible issue with flies this year? Like, I've heard so many people, because I think we had a really mild winter. Sorry, y'all. This is driving me crazy. My cup is stuck and it's messing up my sticker, and I just can't stand it. But anyway, the flies have been awful this year. And they are driving me insane. So if you see me swatting, I'm not losing my mind. I am just, because these damn flies are driving me bonkers. So anybody else having issues with like the daggone flies this year? Because they're awful. I'm going to get myself situated because I am achy, and I got a new chair, if you can see. My sister brought me in a new chair this morning. Um, so, okay. Today's topic is don't talk about it, be about it, right? And one of the things that I talk about with my community, with the community, with the Grateful Fed family, whatever, again, whatever words you want to use, each and every one of you, my audience, whatever, um, is talking about, you know, speak what you seek till you see what you said, right? It's about not pouring from an empty cup. It's about self-care isn't selfish. And I am live a lot, not maybe as much as not as much as I was when I was in flow, because I've had a lot of things going on, and just trying to get my arms around all of it has been difficult. But that's something that I'm a proponent of very much. Yeah, I'll talk about that in a little bit. Um, I'm very much a proponent of self care and taking care of yourself. Um, and I mean that for each and every one of you. Like, my biggest goal is for y'all to make sure you're taking care of. Denny will tell you, Elizabeth will tell you, Amanda, Norma Jean. I try with all my due diligence to pour into other folks. That has been a theme of my life since I have been born into this planet. Um, I, um, I feel a calling, right? I feel this huge calling to be of service in some way to people, especially when they need a little hand up. And the one person that I don't ever do that for, and I talk about it, about all of you, and how you have to take care of yourselves and how you have to do all those things, right? And I give you a hard time about it if you don't, is taking care of yourself, right? It's about, um, allowing yourself grace and giving yourself rest when you're needed, and doing the right things, what your doctor told you to do. Good morning from the Toledo Zoo. What? We got the Toledo Zoo. We've got Keysville in the house. We've got Abilene in the house. We've got Pinellas Park, Florida in the house. We've got Crew, Virginia in the house. Who else do we have in the house today? Who else is in the house today? Say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Drop us your Grateful Fed. Tag a friend. And I try to come on here, and I am very much try to stay within alignment of my integrity. And by that, I mean that if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I will break my neck trying to be as good as my word. Even when circumstances get crazy, I'm like, I don't care. I said I was going to do that, and I'm going to do that. And I have not been walking the walk. I have been talking the talk, but I have not been walking the walk. I have not been taking care of me in the way that I should. And I know many of you know, because so many of you on here are my friends, as well as people who I've met through this, but you have become friends and family. And I have been really, really, really struggling physically, pushing through. When things got hard, I was like, I've got this. I don't want to put this on anybody else. I don't want to ask for help. I really had this desire, and I'm going to talk about this. There's a lot of you feel this way, right? How many of you in your life, and this is where I'm at, right? So this is what I've worked through, and I'm going to share it with y'all today. Like I said, it doesn't happen to me. It happens through me. Whenever I had my big awakening in 2019 and decided to take back things, I am a person of extremes. Anybody else a person of extremes? I'm either all the way on or I'm all the way off. I struggle finding that middle place, right? I struggle finding that middle place. One of the things that I speak about here all the time is progress is better than perfection, right? Progress is better than perfection. And I believe that, and I give grace for that. And things happen here, and I'm like, we move forward. It didn't work out. You will be fine. It'll be fine. No big deal. And if somebody comes in here and we try a recipe and it doesn't work out, then I'm like, girl, it was beautiful. We tried it. It rolls off my back. But if I am the person who fails in any respect, like it's not perfect for me, I internalize that, and I get upset with myself, and I add a little weight on my shoulder. And I don't allow myself the grace that I allow everyone else. And I'm either all the way on or I'm all the way off. And I've really been trying to find that middle ground and giving myself the grace that I need to maybe not get things right. And we talk about where our mind goes, our energy flows. With the food truck, the not being able to get it perfect as far as the flow of it goes, the menu is, we had to play with the menu. It's here. It's here. It's a new menu. It's 13 items. It is a new brunch menu, but the last few weeks of working through that process and getting feedback from folks that like, hey, maybe you should try this and need to dress it up a little bit, need to do this. As much as I appreciate the feedback and I need it and we're going to do things, I have felt like an utter failure. I have been struggling, and I'm going to get emotional. I didn't want to get emotional. I've been getting emotional a lot, so it's not my MO today. I have been these fucking flies. You see that thing around my head? I have felt like I have let my team down because it's not right yet. I feel like I've let my customers down. I feel like I'm giving everybody whiplash. We're just trying things and seeing how it works, and I don't want to confuse my customers and the pressure of this piece of it. And I'm here to be upfront and honest about it. And I didn't want to be like I did not want to be. And I called my angels, my gods, and my helpers in this morning. And I said, make me a clear and perfect channel for this message that I'm about to give. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to talk about, but I know it's going to be something that needs to be talked about. There's a lot of things going on that that I'm sure I'm not the only one going through. And so anybody else ever had that thing that you had this, like you've been working for it? Maybe it's the new job and a new promotion. You get to the promotion, it's just not you're like, maybe I jumped from the fire into the pot. Have you ever maybe, started a new adventure, like maybe it's a little side hustle or something, and it's just not picking up like you want it to pick up? All of the things. I anticipate, like the vision of the food truck opening was, I envisioned a line to the road every day of people wanting to try the food. It has not been that busy. We've been busy. We've had customers and we've been steady exactly what the universe is like, what we're supposed to do. But I know that I'm out of flow, and we are making some phenomenal food. We are making restaurants fine, like not high-end restaurant quality food truck food. And I know we've changed it up. There's a lot of things. We have 13 items on the menu, and I'm going to talk to you about that. But this right here, this and the truck, because this is what I have been working for, right? When I decided that I wanted to get back into food magic and all the things, feeding the front lines, it was always about utilizing the bakery to be able to support the savory. And I don't want anybody here in the Hometown Hippie group, I don't want anybody in my Reiki healing client base, the folks that I make all of the delicious treats for, to feel that you have been, I don't know, like pushed to the side for this other adventure. But the other adventure was the real work, right? The food magic, the Reiki infused, like all of these have affirmations. All of these are actually like the things that I meant to do with all of the things. And so Heather says, the hardest for me has been accepting that time and space are fluid. I choose my path and can change it anytime, and it's all right. And that's a lot of where I'm at, right? Because we have this programming, right? We have this programming that you're not allowed to change, right? Like, I even said to the team this week, I'm like, hey, I was like, something's just not in flow with this menu. And they're like, yep, we agree with that. It's a good menu, but at the same time, there needs to be, I've got to kill this fucking fly. I'm going to lose my mind if I don't get this thing. And I feel bad for killing something. I'm going to kill it. Y'all are going to watch me kill this damn fly. If he don't stay, he keeps landing. Sorry. I did not do it. He flew away, but maybe if I keep swatting at him, he'll leave. I didn't want to, like I said, am I knee jerking? Am I changing things too soon? Am I changing things too often? But what I keep hearing is fail forward and fail fast, right? So when you come into like the world with like these big emotions, and you connect yourself and you grip on to how things should be, right? When I say, don't talk about it, be about it, right? And it's about being able to be about staying in flow. It's not about like I said I'm going to do it this way, and I kept saying that, I kept saying that, I kept saying that. And when I get into the situation, I have to be able to be fluid, and I have to be able to make a change, right? How many of you understand what I'm saying? Maybe it's going on vacation, right? We have this big dream about a vacation plan, and we have all these things leading up to it. We get there, and maybe the house is not exactly what we thought it would be. Maybe we have to wait longer than we can at a restaurant. Maybe, we have to, there's some hiccups along the way. Maybe people get sunburned. All the gremlins that can happen with anything that we do. And it's not about those things happening, right? It's not about that my menu wasn't right. The whole thing about being about it is about being able, right, to stay in flow when those gremlins come up. And that's, don't talk about it, be about it, right? We talk about the woo woo, we talk about the deep breath, we talk about all of the things that can, the blessings that come in when we stay in flow with our daily practices and all of that. And one of the things, and this is, I'm going to ask y'all this question, like how many of you have been like really good about journaling for a little while? Maybe you get your meditation in, maybe you have turned the other cheek, you have been kind, you've had a little bit of time when like, you're on that right path. And then you have a day where like everything goes wrong, and your mind, right? Our mind goes to, well, what the hell? I'm doing all the right things with the universe. I'm being kind to people. I'm doing all these things. Why are these bad things still happening to me? Right? Why am I sick? Why did my tire blow? Why did I catch every red light? Why did my vacation, like what karma, like I put good karma out. Why am I get good karma in? And, I have been struggling with that. And I had a session with Carla, like, I don't get it. Like, I pour into others. Like I do all of the things. I live by the 4 agreements. And she's like, but then you're not, because you're assuming. You're assuming that because you do good, you get good back. I'm like, well, that's karma. She's like, it might not, your karma comes around 10 times, but it might be 3 lifetimes from now. It's not that you're in a human experience of your soul's in this human meat suit. And does not mean that you're not going to get a flat tire, that you're not going to get a sprained ankle or a pulled back muscle or sick. But the universe says it's now how you react to that. Those things are going to keep happening, whether you are the Dalai Lama or the devil. You know what I mean? Like those things, the world just happens. We can't control all of those things. We have no control. And understanding we have no control of that, right? But understanding that we have complete control, and we can change a circumstance, not by changing the circumstance, but by changing the reaction that we have to the thing. Our relationship with it is the thing that we have control over. The way in which we see it is a positive or a negative, right? That's the control we have. And that's how you change your life. It's not about changing your life that nothing ever, you have no other hardships ever in the world. You're not going to still struggle with some money. You're not going to still struggle with some relationships. You're not going to still struggle with your health or your kids being assholes or whatever the case may be. That is going to always, that's the thing you signed up for in this lifetime. That whole experience of the highs and the lows, the contrast too. Don't think about this. If your kids were always beautiful, you'd not appreciate them when they are good. You would always like, that's just what kids are. But you love when your kids acting right or is kind, because there's contrast. Sometimes they're jackasses, right? Maybe, you don't understand or bounty unless you've understood lack. So you have to kind of understand that that's going to happen. But the one thing that you have complete autonomy over is the way in which you perceive it and the way in which you handle it, right? You can see it as a detriment, or you can try to frame it through the lens, right, of what is the lesson that I'm learning here? What will I learn from this? Why not me? Because I can handle this. Obviously, I can take care of it. One of the things that I looked at whenever I lost power for 9 days. And I was like, why? I was like, why not? We were able to put a generator in the house. We did not eat. We didn't lose a lot of stuff. We had insurance for food spoilage if we needed it. It was cold enough to keep it frozen. Why not us? I could be mad about not having power for 9 days that winter, that we lost power for 9 days because of the ice storm. Or I could have, I reframed it and I found like, this is kind of fun. We're like got our recliners in our room. It's kind of like camping out. Let's just go with the flow and say, hey, it's a little tough right now, but at least it's not 1873 when there's no power. It was always like this, let's look at the bright side. And I have not been as graceful with that when things have arisen, and things have been coming up left and right, y'all. It's been interesting. And the thing that I did first was what's going on, like where am I out of flow to have all this stuff hitting me at the same time? And it was the universe saying to me, I have dropped the tree in your path. I've dropped the log, the stick, the tree. Now I've put a dam in front of you. And if you don't take care of you, it's going to keep happening. Wednesday, I had a really bad Wednesday. A very, very terrible, bad Wednesday. And it was in the past. And it was, I'm going to call it the blessing in disguise. I had a little bit of a little meltdown on Wednesday. I have not felt good for a really long time, but all of the pushing just hit a wall on Wednesday. And I left here and went to the emergency room in Farmville. I was concerned, as were other people, that I may have been having a stroke. And when I got there, I have not had a stroke. I have not had a stroke. But I do have to address some concerns for my health. And if it was Heather Johns, or if it was Norma Jean, or Elizabeth, or Denny, or Kaleem, or Patricia, or any of the people, my husband, my sister, anybody in my life, I would be up their asses. Like, I would be aggravated if they let things go. Like, what is wrong with you, right? And that's where I'm at with me right now. Where your mind goes, your energy flows, right? But I cried because, I didn't get the menu right for my team. And my team said to me, fuck that menu. You got to get you right, because we need you to lead us into the future. Once you take care of you, that's everything's going to fall into place. It's fine. We're getting there. It's just, this is part of the new business gremlins, So, I want each and every one of you, right, who is out there listening to me, who's here today, is I want you to know that whatever is going on, right, don't talk about it, be about it. What I mean is, you need to be about it from a holistic approach, right? If something's not working, it's okay to cut the cord on it and walk away. Our egos keep us tied to things that is not to our highest and best. My blood pressure is off the charts right now. I'm going to be accountable to y'all. I will tell you what's going on. My blood sugar is wonky. My blood pressure is not controlled. It is very high. When I left the hospital, it was 165 over 100. My red blood count's elevated. My white blood count's elevated. My something else is elevated. My D-dimer was off, and my kidney function is weird. So that's all it is. All the things. My lupus is probably eating up my insides. I got to get that under control. As much as I don't want Western medicine, I have not found a complete way to control what that is doing to the inside of my organs. The pain is controlled with cannabis. The anxiety is somewhat controlled. I've not been, I can't use the sweets or the salty things to like manage overnight. So I'm using coconut oil now to cook with. And that's one of the things when I talk about where your mind goes, your energy flows. And I know a lot of y'all, um, I really, really, really want the hometown hippie. I want it, right? I'm gripping onto the hometown hippie being what it truly is meant to be, which is a space to use plant-based medicine to heal and to for me to infuse my energy into and Selena to infuse her energy into the things that we make to serve the highest and best of our community. Um, we want to start doing more pantry items, teaching you how to do the things, showing you how to do your own infusions. Come in here, buy a tent, spend $600 and create your own food magic kind of things. But in the meantime, we're going to really focus on the raw materials and the recipe cards and teaching you how to utilize the coconut oil. It's very good for you. Olive oil, very good for you. Butter's not as good for you, but it's a whole ingredient. So if you want to use butter to bake or whatever, you can. But fear has kept me making Fruity Pebble bars because people like Fruity Pebble bars, right? Um, and some of this, I feel like inside of me has been that internal struggle, right? Um, I'm killing myself. I'm certainly not going to want you. Here's the thing: like my whole thing was like the guide said to me, "You love them enough to know that you don't want to do that to them. Why are you doing it to you? Like, you know, you lead by example. Like, you need to be about it." And so, like I said, last night I didn't grab a 420 cookie to take home. I took home coconut oil. And then I'm able to utilize that to create food at home that's gluten free, that is more protein than it is sugar. There's no sugar in it. I've got to cut my sugar. I've got to cut my corn. I've got to cut my soy. I've got to cut my gluten. I've got to do those things because that's how you vibrate at that next level. I talk about alcohol. I mean, I'm letting y'all, I'm being very accountable to you all. I complain about, and I say this, like, you know, alcohol vibrates down here. But you know what? If I am not taking care of my body and I'm abusing it with sugar, or I'm abusing it with like sodas, or I'm abusing it with things that are not to my highest and best, it doesn't matter what it is. It's kind of like knowing that there's no degree of sin, right? Sin is sin. In the Bible, if you're a Judeo-Christian, if you read the Bible, right, there's no degree of sin. A sin is a sin, right? There's no levels like this is a high. No, there's sin. There is just sin. And that's the same thing with what I'm doing, right? How many of us, you know, we get mad and we get protective about the plant, but there's a lot of us also, and we know this, and here's the thing, this is where our community is different, is because we are accountable and we know two things can be true. It's fun and it helps, but there's also a level of utilizing anything and extremes like we talked about. I'm either on or I'm off, right? I'm either all the way up here or all the way down here, and trying to find this balance and this flow is what the goal is for me. Um, and I love all of y'all, right? But whatever it is that we do that is not to our highest and best is against us. It works against the light of the community. It works against the light within ourselves. It does us no favors because we are divine. And I'm going to tell y'all, the other night, Red and I were talking about something, and um, on this kind of thing, he's like, you know, you fuss about my drinking, and I do. He likes beer, you know, and he says, but I watch you, you know, as you eat a 420 cookie with high blood sugar, and you talk about it's my health and what's the highest and best for me. And, you know, and I was like, but here's the thing. I fuss about it because I love you. And I was like, if I didn't love you, I would let you kill yourself and I would not say a word about it. And I was like, he said, you know, I said, you know, you talk about going out and looking at nature and seeing the God in nature, and that's your church. I said, spirituality, if you kind of look within, you can find the reasons why, you know, I'm trying to look within to find the reasons why I self-sabotage my body, because that's what I do. Um, and, um, I told him, I was like, I go to spirituality, I meditate, I ask for guidance. He says, I go out and I fish. He's like, I don't believe what you believe. I have a different belief. He says the word God and Jesus. And that's his words. And we live in the same household. We sleep in the same bed. And those things for us, he understands how I relate them the same way. But he says I have accepted Jesus as my one personal savior. And I was like, good for you. That's no problem, right? But it's about looking within and knowing that to honor God, to honor source, to honor that higher power, that, to ascend, to raise our vibration, it is about looking within ourselves and recognizing we can see the beauty in the world, the beauty in others, but that exact same beauty lies within ourselves. And when he said that about, I said, but have you ever looked at yourself and said that? Like, look in the mirror and say, I love you every day. Like, when you love yourself, you treat yourself like something that you love. And that's the whole part of like the spiritual awakening and all that. That's what I'm trying to like pound into everybody, right? It's about knowing. And then the question is like, yeah, but I'm doing bad things. Am I treating myself, don't talk about it, be about it, like something that you love? And that hit me. And I have not looked at myself in the mirror in a long time and done the affirmations. It's like, I love you, Tammy. Right? And I went to do it and I struggle with it again. Because if I love myself, would I let myself feel like this? Would I let something that I love be abused by Diet Pepsi, McDonald's, crap once in a blue moon, sugary treats that don't do well for me, all of those things? Am I talking about it or am I being about it? And then I felt very out of alignment. And I am out of alignment. And just like I tell you, like we try to be in alignment with integrity, I'm here being honest. I have talked about it, but I have not been about it. I have not taken care of myself. I eat Doritos at night. I want a chip. I want something salty. My brain gets to going. I get inside my head and I do this. I eat shitty stuff and it hurts my body. I bring home a Fruity Pebble bar and a 420 cookie and a Love Spell cookie. My blood sugar is 172. What am I thinking? When you treat yourself, when you love yourself, you treat yourself like something that you love. So for the people out here that need to hear this today, the people out here that are not taking care of your bodies, the people out there that are not only not taking care of your bodies, you're not taking care of your mind. You're letting that stinking thinking get in, because I've been doing it. I know that somebody else out there has. To the people who have been like, good Lord, I have tried everything. I've been good and nothing's changed. Right? Can I get some hallelujah? If you're out there and you resonate with that, am I alone in this? If I am, I'm alone. And I'm so happy that none of y'all are out there. But, my message today felt like people needed to hear this today. And I share my story. And it's never, if you have things going on that you don't want to share, don't share it. Right? But I'm going to tell you what, there's power in people coming together and understanding that you are not alone. Because I have felt so alone in this. I have felt so alone in all of this. And I have created my own loneliness, right? And here's the thing, not near another one of y'all can relate to my existence. I cannot relate to not nary one of y'all's situations, because it is your situation. It is your world, right? 100%. With that being said, like Heather said up there, we have the ability to change that like that. I might not reverse my diabetes and my hypertension and my thyroid situation, because I'm going to probably be out for surgery coming up. I'm trying to figure out how that's all going to work. I don't have answers right now, but I have there's something very large sitting right here. I have had a thyroid nodule in the past, and I've had half of my lobe removed. This one has got some offshoots, some things happening. But we're going to go to I got a doctor's appointment. We're going to get it figured out, but it's pretty I'm pretty positive that we're going to have some surgery and probably some treatments after that. It's pretty, it's a pain in the ass, but it's what it is, right? Yep. Amen. Amen. Right. I was drinking bad, just do it. And that's the thing, right? Because we've been disconnected. And I want you to know that even though where your mind goes, your energy flows, my mind has been over here. I get that. But this was supported by this, right? This was supported by, right? This supports this. But this supports so many of us. And I don't want to lose track of that. But if it's going to be about what I say right here, listen to my words. Buy Hometown Hippie elevated edibles because I cook with love and healing in mind. There's intention of healing, happiness, and relaxation woven into every recipe. Okay. There are going to be some changes. And I've talked about it and I've talked about it and I've talked about it. And it scares the shit out of me. My fear, and I'm going to be honest, my fear is that I change things up and that the majority of our client base just goes away. And that's ego. And that is the ego trying to keep us small and keep us right where we are. That is the darkness coming in. Fear vibrates way down here. Faith vibrates up here. Now, with time restraints and stuff like that, it may not be exactly on August the 1st that the whole new menu comes out. Because I have to, I would, any other time, I would push myself through and I would work all day today on getting the website updated and all the things and having it timed and all that stuff to flip over. But I don't have the capacity to push through right now. The universe says, you don't want to listen. Right? Here's they put the dam in front of me. I have been struggling physically to get through just a regular day. Like I am so sluggish. I feel very drained. I get like numbness in my face and down my arms. It's very emotional to me because I'm also, two things can be true, right? I have to take care of it and it's what it is. But I'm also trying to work through the emotional side of, damn it, Tammy, you knew this. You know, that part of like, damn it, I knew this. Y'all all told, everybody's gonna say, I told you so. All of that, because everybody did. And I know that. And I know that. And my head knew it, but my ego wouldn't allow me to slow down and to do it the way I'm supposed to do it. I always up here, right? I'm running at this level. So that was from one of the three places I had an IV on Wednesday. That one blew out. That one's really sore. And then the side of my arm, the girl did a beautiful job, but that's what this is. It's okay. It's not as hurty as it was, but it's a little hurty. So if you don't see the entire healing menu popping out on August 1st, I am going to be working with the team. We have some new hours this week. We got people leaving and off for school stuff and all of that. I'm trying to figure out a schedule to have all the coverage that I need. But I'm going to move forward and we're going to start like one thing at a time. It looks heart-shaped. Maybe on the camera a little bit, but it's probably like that. It can be a heart, but it is but we'll start dropping out the boxes one at a time. And when I say that, we're going to have like a section. If you struggle with sleep, then here are the things that come for sleep. And those things may look like a lot more of our VG tinctures and some holistic teas and with like sugar in it, or like like honey, or more natural sugars is what I'm getting at. We're going to keep the caramels. We're going to keep all the things. You're going to be able to get all the things, but we want you to really like think about like what the use is, right? Pain. That's going to be some topical stuff. It's also going to be, healthier options um, for all of us. And I hope that, here's the thing. When it's in alignment and it's right, it's right. And I'm going to do what's right, even if I'm afraid. And so it may not come out exactly on August 1st, like we talked about, but we are getting it out. The summer flash sale is still going on. So if you have things that you want to stock up on, please do that. Um, we are are trying to move through some inventory to be able to put the new boxes in. So there might be a couple of days where some things are sold out as we run through this inventory to kind of build out our boxes. And that allows Selena, Grace, and I, and Mel for us to be able to really, okay, so today we're working on our sleep boxes. We're going to put the intentionality of sleep. We're going to have the right music on. We're going to have the right setting to do those things. And that's the piece that we have to get more in alignment on. We get to the process of doing things, and we know the difference whenever we're in the process of doing things versus the process of serving our community. We have a beautiful blessing that we put on the kitchen. This is we enter as one, we enter to task. When we enter as a team, we enter to serve. And so we're going to be entering as a team each day to create the boxes for anxiety, for sleep, for pain, for relaxation, for love, for, whatever the things may be that you need the things for. And you'll have the ability also to book a session with either Selena or myself. And we will have a conversation with you. We will build out a specific box for you. We'll do a card pull. We're going to, pull a crystal card. We're going to build a box based on a channel message for you, individual healing boxes. And those boxes will have a variety of terpene shots, spiritual tools, crystals, plant-based medicine, all the things. And that's what we are, right? That's who and what we are. And then if you just want to make a pan of brownies, I will show you how to do that. And I will give you the things and a recipe to do it. And then you can put your own energy into it. Maybe that's how you become your own hometown hippie. That was always the goal. It was always the goal was to teach you how to make your own plant-based medicine, because the world is coming to a place where you're going to need to know how to do that. We're probably going to start our first classes, in-person classes, starting in September, because right now I have to focus on getting the food truck running to be able to pay the bills and to pay all the people and to be able to feed all the people. And when I tell y'all, like, this menu, peace, love, and breakfast, out of this world brunch, a celebration of nature's bounty and nature's rhapsody. We are feeling blissful for biscuits and gravy. We want to transport you to a dimension of culinary delight with our hamburger steak sliders. We want to serenade your senses with the salmon cake. We want to give you some tranquility with the black-eyed pea falafel. Yeah, see? Yes. And so, there are days where I need a whole lot of something. Like today, I need a whole lot of something. I can feel it. I'm struggling today. I got up to come in today and I got real dizzy. And I had a shooting pain like up through this eye, and I made red check to make sure I have a blood vessel bust. I'm super duper swollen. Like I need a LASIK. I've got fluid. I'm carrying fluid. This all is like hurts. Like, I don't know if y'all can see, like my jaw has been popping and weird and all kinds of stuff, but we're getting it straight. Now, if you're out there and you're like, all of this makes sense to me, I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to take a deep breath in with me today. And I want everybody to know, we can start over right now. We can start making decisions that are to our highest and best in a moment. We don't have to wait for a Monday. We don't have to say, well, it's too late now, because if you're above ground and breathing, it's never too late to treat yourself like something you love. So I want you all to do a little practice in self-love for me this week. I'm looking for my cards. I just had them. Where did they go? Oh, they're back here behind me, I bet you. As I had my crystal cards blessed with my feather on top of them, we are going this morning to pull a crystal card. On August the 1st, if you would like to meet here, I am going to the Holiday Lakes, the yoga at dark, the nighttime yoga. I may not be able to do anything other than sit on the sand and do the meditation piece of it and enjoy being in nature under the stars on a big mat. I may not be able to physically move my body in those ways, but going over there and being a part of a community that is trying to honor the full moon, we're going to release all of the things that need to be released. I'm probably going to do a little release ceremony while I'm there. Let's see, what time does it start? I think it starts at 7. We'll probably leave here about 45 minutes before the start time. I think that takes us about 30 minutes to get there. Everybody give us this time to get settled. So it'll be in the afternoon. It's at Holiday Lake. And so let me see what time. I'm not sure what time it starts. Let me get my phone. I can tell you. Give me a second. Let me see if I have it in my pictures. I thought I did. All right, let me look. Hang on. Let me look on Facebook. I must have done it there. I'm gonna look and see what time we're leaving. I'll tell you in just 2 seconds. We'll see what time we're leaving. So the it is from 8 to 9. It is from 8 to 9. So we're gonna leave here around 7. So let's say we'll leave here around 7. That gives us time to close down at 6:30 and then clean up, and I can leave here around 7. So we're going to leave here around 7. So if you'd like to be here Tuesday, August 1st at 7 o'clock, we're going to leave from here to go over to the Holiday Lake State Park to go to the full moon yoga. It's a $10 donation. I think it costs like $5 to park. We may take a couple of cars, but I would love, love, love to see some people out there. I can't promise that I'm going to be able to do the yoga. Not all of it. I'm going to try just because of the vertigo and some things going on. But I am definitely going to go and check it out. But it starts with we talk about it, right? Just micro moves. So the first micro move is that I'm going to work on getting back in my journal. I'm going to work on getting back into my morning affirmations. I'm going to, I'm taking care of like my eating better, all those things. But every day I'm just going to, in that moment, allow myself to do my best. And, I always do your best. And I'm going to work on believing and doing my best. And part of my best is allowing myself some rest, allowing myself some time off from work, allowing myself to make choices that are going to be to my highest and best in food and drink and all those things. And then whenever I start doing that for me, right, I can pour it into somebody else. And that's the thing, right? That's where I find so much joy, is being able to pour into others, like I said. But like the universe has shown me with this big, the stick, the branch, the small tree, the big tree, the bigger tree. Now it's like the whole dam blocking the road, right? I can't do those things if I don't take care of me first. And I know that's something that's common sense, Tammy. But it is also one of those things that I can't talk about it. I got to be about it. And right now, being about taking care of myself is important. So I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to lean into the community. We need to get the back area set up and designed with flowers and all the things. So if anybody wants to come by and volunteer to help me to get the back area, making it beautiful, making it a garden oasis back there. If you've got extra plants you want to donate, if you want to come and help me get it set up to where it's a nice, serene area, I need help doing that. I'm struggling getting that done, and I need help doing that. I would love, love, love the assistance on that, because I want to make it a place where we can come and all find some solace, make it a true garden of Eden, right? Garden of Eden. Um, Plants, all those things. Um, I think it'll help, create an oasis back there. It gives people a place to sit and cool down in this heat. That's a big thing on my agenda. I need some help with that. And that's our area. It's our club area. It gives you all a place to come and be and sit. So if y'all could help me, I don't have the creative effort or energy to do it right now. So I'm asking the Grateful Fed family, if you're part of the family, to come out and help me get that done. I'm struggling. And one of the things that the universe told me is that when I collaborated with my team and I listened to everybody else, at the end of the day, it's my call, right? At the end of the day, it's my call. But, and I have felt like it's not anybody else's responsibility. Like that's my job, all the things, right? And I can feel that like revving my chest up, like asking y'all for help just made my heart like get real weird. And I feel like, there's going to be somebody who's like, well, it's your responsibility. That's the thing that's the stinking thinking has already started. Hey, y'all see me ask for help and then instantly my body starts like reacting to that. Like I am palpitating, having to say those words out loud, that I am struggling figuring it out. Like I can see it. I want it to be real upcycled and boho. We've got a bunch of pallets. I'm going to get some people to build some pallet tables and have it look real boho chic back there. But I should now. I'm like, see how I do, see how I do, and I'm working on it. Micro moves. Comparison is the thief of joy, and what I've been sitting here doing for the last several weeks since I got my sticker is comparing myself to every other business owner in town and feeling like an utter failure. And that's not me. That's not the hometown hippie. That is not who I am. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want to be about it, and I'm trying to get in flow, and I'm asking for all of your help. However, we exchange energy, whatever it may be, but I am just, at a place where I cannot do it all, not by myself. And the more I try to push through, the more my body is going to set me down. And I want to be here for a while. Like I'm not ready yet to be done with all of this. I want to see the world look like a better place. And I also have been advised by my angels, guides, and helpers, and through everything, is that it's not, I can't bear the weight of the world on my own shoulders. I talk about the power of one, and then it takes the community to do it and to come together as a one person, one hometown, all of those things. And the universe has said to me, why do you think it is your job to fix everything? It is not your job to fix everything. Some things have got to work. You just cannot. I take it on, and I take it so personally. Every time I see somebody being nasty to somebody on the internet, it literally feels like a knife stabbing through my heart. I cry seeing it. I look at that What's Happening in Farmville, Virginia page, and there are days where it just makes me sit and sob. And that is not healthy. So I've also going to be a little, I've got some scheduled things I'm going to do on social media. But as far as I have to step away from it. I want to stay connected to my community. So I'm going to go live and I'll talk to y'all on these cases. We're also going to be, yes, we as a whole community have things to do, which includes you. Yes. And so we're going to pull our crystal card today, and we're going to all work on being better stewards of our own care, and knowing that each of us are part of the collective. And if we're going to raise the collective vibration, we have to focus on ourselves. That page hurts my heart for my town, and the people who I see, like the things that they're saying, it just makes me sad. And I will never engage in that page, because that is the darkness shining through. And I would like to start a new page going, what is awesome that is happening in Farmville, Virginia? And I'll be the admin. And if it's not a positive poly place and not real things, then, go kick rocks. That's what we need to do. We need to make it like the farm unity instead of the Farmville immunity, the farm unity, and really, really focus on the things that are blessings in our town. And um, I really need y'all to hold space for my throat, and I'm asking for that help, whatever prayers, good vibes, whatever you have. Um, this surgery scares the shit out of me because the last time I had it done, the big fear is that when they do thyroid surgery, that they can nick your vocal cords, and some people can lose their ability to talk. And that is the biggest fear. I've left this, I've ignored this because I like to talk. And so it's a little scary. And I was like, don't do this to me. Don't let that be my punishment for not taking care of myself. Is that I go in there like, well, if you would have done it a year ago, you'd be fine. But now we're going to take your vocal cord out. A rupture in your vocal cord or something like that. Because my throat has been, I've noticed some change in my voice and some issues with my throat. So that's my biggest fear with that. I also don't know if I can get that done because I have no health insurance. So I don't think that they're going to, I don't know. I might not be able to have surgery done. I don't know. It's a whole big thing. We're not going to borrow trouble until we get to the doctor on August 30th, which is the first they could see me as a new patient without insurance. So there's a whole month I get to go just kind of taking care of myself slowly. I'm also hoping that when I get my blood pressure in check, which I hope I can do, and my blood sugar in check, some of that stuff, some of the gross feeling I'm feeling will dissipate. So we're going to go ahead and do our cards. And I didn't mean to come here and talk about but it's one of those things to be real. Like, life is not always beautiful. I mean, it is. Life is always beautiful. But sometimes we don't get in flow to see it. And so I am working right now to try to get in flow to see how I'm going to, frame this chapter, and what lessons I have to learn, and what I'm going to have to go through to blow my dam up. So if you're out there today and something's happening in your world, this is my message for you. Don't step over the stick. If something is going on right now, go address it, deal with it while it's little, and don't let it get big. And I want to say to everybody out there who's been fussing at me to go do these things, I'm sorry that I did not listen to you sooner, and I will next time, right? We won't let this happen again. But right now we're going to pull our crystal card for the week to get it in our journals, which I'm sure we're going to need. So we are going to take some deep breaths in through our nose, out through our mouths, right? Inhale the good stuff. Exhale the bad stuff. Take as many of those as you need. And then just settle into your regular breathing pattern. As this fly gets on my nerves, I'm going to concentrate on the message that is the highest and best of this group for the week, the journal prompt that we need. Now, whether you watch this on the, interesting, that just jumped out like crazy on us, such as Angelite, support is all around you. This literally, there's not one of those, it was one single card that jumped out, and the card is Angelite, and it says support is all around you. And let's see what it says about Angelite. Support is all around you. You are not alone. Help and support. I'm going to get really emotional with this, and I'm sorry. Help and support are always available to you, whether through your friends, family, or guardian angels. Stay open to receiving that comforting energy. Allow others into your life. Reach out when you need your community by your side. Not all of us are comfortable asking for assistance, but trust that others want to help and, in fact, are often grateful to do so. It's okay to accept, even create the support system you need and deserve. Even the strongest among us have moments of vulnerability. There is strength in allowing yourself to receive comfort and grow from a place of acceptance. So the next time someone extends a helping hand, take it with grace and gratitude. Core questions. My cry, I literally have a crying rag in my office. This is how I've been all week. Core questions. When was the last time you offered help? When was the last time you asked for help? Today. Today. Do you feel deserving of support? No. I don't. And I'm working on that. At least I can laugh at myself, right, y'all? At least we can laugh. At least we laugh about it. Affirm. Support is all around me. Today, practice asking for help from a friend, family member, or guardian angel, even for the smallest task. So I'm glad that the universe lets me know that there's support all around me. But I want y'all to know from the bottom of my heart, the reason here's what I told my sister, because she's like, you have people who love you and let them pour into you. You do not allow anyone to do things for you like that. I feel so guilty. I mean, guilty. Like, I want to throw things. And y'all know that because you say you want to help, and then I try to give you half of the store to take out of here because you helped me. That is a programming to me, because I remember people saying they want to help and then they would complain about the things they did for you. So my brain instantly, anybody else living this life, as we watch Tammy have a meltdown about her whole everything. So to me, I don't want anybody to hold it against me or tell me you owe me because I did. So I always try to have this I don't need any help kind of thing. And that whole mindset is probably that's my dam. That's my stick that keeps falling, all of the things. It is allowing other people to help. I am a giver. I love to help and I love to do. And there's so many other people out there who are like-minded like me, and I don't allow them to have that joy. And that's what the goddess keeps saying. You're sharing is allowing people to help is being kind. They want to help, and you're taking away their ability to do what they are supposed to do. That is stealing someone's sole purpose. Sometimes they're meant to help you, and you don't allow that help in, and then you're holding up their karma. And I struggle with that. I struggle with that very, very hard, because I have let people help me, and then I've had to hear about it, and it's not worth it to me. And so my go-to is just, I got it. I'll take care of it myself. I don't need to be beholden to anybody. And that's why I'm in the condition that I'm in now. And I'm begging you, if you're out there watching me, learn. I'm telling y'all, I don't think anything happens to me. It happens through me, because I am someone who comes out and shares with y'all. If you are out there, don't be like me and be hard-headed, right? I want you to allow help in. I think that card was very much for me. So I'm going to pull one more card for the collective today. And this card popped out. And this is a card. I don't know if this is y'all's card or not. A couple of them popped out. I'm going to do a little 11 shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the 11th card is Fluorite. Find peace within. And this is the card for the collective today. Find peace within. Find peace within, and it's Fluorite. And I think that Angelite, probably for somebody else out there too, but it was definitely, I think, a card popping me over the head today. Where this swells, which you'll notice happening, if y'all see it, don't get concerned. With the thyroid, it's growing, it's a mass, and it's putting pinching some nerve somewhere. And so all of this feels like I've had Novocaine in it. And so sometimes I've been getting a little drooly, and drooly, not Julie. And so I just worry. I don't want y'all to think that something's if I'm it's just the numbness from the nerves. So I'm okay. If you see me doing this, it's just, that's what's happening. And you're going to notice that stuff, I know, on the lives, because we're going to do What's Up Wednesdays and stuff. So I want to be upfront with y'all about what's happening. Fluorite, find peace within. Peace is not something you find out there. It comes from within. There's no need to wait for a whirlwind of life to stand still, and you don't even need to reach internal stillness to tap into it. Peace means the acceptance of your circumstances and the conviction of your beliefs. You can act and find solace when you are at peace with your decisions. By choosing peace, you can tune out external disturbances and embark a calmer state of being, so you can go about your daily life and confront any challenge. This is another card that's very much on point for all of us today, including me, right? It's not about that life is going to stand still and the disturbances are going to go away, but you can tap into your inner peace and it helps you to then react into the world in a more peaceful way. We just talked about that, right? It's like the flat tires are not going to stop coming, but you being able to tap into that inner peace is going to help you find solace in that. Which I really like. And so you can go about your daily life and confront any challenge. Like you got to find your peace within. So knowing that we have support, knowing that we can find peace within, what other core questions for this one? What allows you to tap into your state of inner peace? What does peace look like for you? How can you show up to life from a state of peace, right? Bullshit is going to continue to throw at us, but being able to operate in the world with a state of inner peace, knowing that, hey, I'm operating at my best, there's support around me, and that even though this is happening, I am going to be okay through this because I trust and I have faith. And the big thing that I have been getting lately is that you can't step out in faith when you're operating from fear. And that's where I've been operating from. The fear of letting people down, the fear of not being good enough, all of this fear and this ego is going to have to explode. And it is causing physical, all the things for me. I cannot continue to operate from a place of fear and step out in faith. I have to step out in faith, and that is going to make me have to find my inner peace, because knowing that there's going to be ups and downs in running of a business every day. Not everything is going to be right at all times, but knowing that we're going to be okay. There's inner peace. Everything is unfolding just as it should, and not just saying those words, right? Because I can say those words to you all every day. I'm coming here today. There's times when I am in flow and I mean those words. When I don't, this is what happens. So I want you to be, cognizant of not just saying the words, like not just talking about it, right? This is about being about it. And this inner peace, this fluoride's a message for the group today. This is the message for the group today. Please tap into your inner peace. Don't talk about it, be about it. I want you to find that thing, find that message, right? What allows you to tap into your state of inner peace? What does peace look like for you? Define it. Write it down. What does it look like for you? How can you show up to life from a state of peace? Like, how does it look like if you show up to life from a state of peace, right? You don't get frazzled by those things. You're like, that's going to happen. It's going to be okay. Let me find a solution. Right? We might have our moment of like, what the fuck? And then it's like, okay, I got that out. Now what do we do? Crystal affirmation. I live in a state of peace. Whenever you see a mirror today, take a deep breath and repeat your affirmation. Bring this peaceful state of being to all of your activities, right? Feel what it feels like. Imagine yourself in that place. Go there, and then you'll start doing it. And the more you do it, the more that you'll be walking it, not just talking it. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to start back in my journal. I'm going to start back to my daily affirmations. Again, I'm leaking. I can feel things running down my face. I am so numb. I want y'all to know I appreciate the hell out of you. I will be live tomorrow morning. I'm going to be live tomorrow morning in Grateful Fed. Grateful Fed goes live tomorrow. We have new hours. So I know I'm combining the two, but more I try to separate the two, the more I feel separated, because we are the Grateful Fed family. And this is us. All of it is all of it. And it's okay. And I've been trying to keep, to never the two shall meet, but they definitely meet. It's me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. We have our new hours this week. We're going to be open Monday through Friday. Friday night, we have our prime rib night. It's the first Friday of every month. We'll be doing prime rib. So get your pre-order in. It's available on the www.gratefulfedfamily.com. Wednesday night dinners are now available as well. We have pasta primavera. It's a vegetarian dish. It can be gluten-free or regular. And you have the ability to add chicken or shrimp to that if you do want a protein for a little small upcharge. The menu has changed. We have all day brunch starting on Tuesday. Tomorrow we have a little limited menu. I got to move my body. Y'all, sorry. I know, and I get up and get in y'all's face, but I got to move. Um, we have a limited menu tomorrow. On our menu, we have 13 items. 5 of those 13 are going to change weekly because of specials. One of them is going to change daily as our daily special. So Mondays, we're going to do Meatless Mondays. And we have our Beyond the Veil burger debuting tomorrow, which is our black eyed pea falafel turned into a patty. It's going to be on a beautiful bun with some fun slaw on top of it. It's going to be delightful. And then we also have our Chef's Inspired Grilled Cheese, which is going to be a turkey, bacon, jam, pepper jack cheese, and roasted jalapeno. Our daily French toast, our weekly French toast this week, the Transcendent French Toast Experience, is a Monte Cristo. It's going to be 2 pieces of French toast with ham, Swiss, and a raspberry jalapeno jam. Our Magnolia Julia burger this week is going to be the summer burger, which has got bacon jam and fried green tomatoes on it. We do have a hot dog prime rib that's happening this Friday. Yes. The prime rib is happening the first Friday of every month. The first will be August 4th. It is $29 a plate. It comes with a half pound of prime rib, a baked potato, a house salad, your choice of au jus and horseradish sauce or both, dinner rolls, and then a free dessert. I'm not sure what the dessert's going to be this time. Last time it was banana pudding. I'm not sure what we're going to do this time. We're going to do something different. So we have, let's see, the cheese meltdown is the turkey, bacon jam, jalapeno cheese thing. The salad is going to be a fruit and nut salad with a poppy seed dressing. The burger is fried green tomatoes, bacon jam, and cheddar. The French toast is the Monte Cristo. The daily jam is our Beyond the Veil burger. We're launching that tomorrow. Tuesday, we're going to have tacos. We're going to have chicken street tacos, and we call it grounded gringo tacos, which is just like, imagine like your mom's nighttime tacos. It is going to be ground beef, lettuce, tomato, salsa, and sour cream and cheese. Just a regular old like house taco. We're gonna have those and Mexican and chicken street tacos. Our sweet treats this week are going to be pina colada cheesecake and Oreo cheesecake. We're also going to work on putting a more healthy. We have a avocado pudding avocado mousse that we're making. It's going to taste like chocolate pudding, but it's going to have half the sugar and none of the fat. So we are working on those things. Grace is popping that out this week. Our sides this week are Brussels sprouts. Our seasonal side is a fun, we have a little bit macaroni salad left, and then we're going to move to fried green tomatoes. And we have a fun slaw we're making. Black eyed peas falafel and hand cut fries or a side salad. We hope you will choose a more healthy side. And our lemonade this week is orange blossom lemonade, and it's delightful. So come out, check us out. The menu's going to drop. The full menu is going to drop on Tuesday. So we're going to be open Monday through Friday. Mondays will be 10:30 to 3. We're going to be short on Monday. We're not going to open up late on Mondays because Mondays are just kind of a slow day for everybody. But we are open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday till 6:30. Or if we keep getting orders, we'll stay open a little bit later. But we'll be offering brunch all day long with daily specials. We're going to do a hot day hot dog. We got some fun stuff coming up this week. So we hope you'll check us out. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for continuing to share the message out, for being a beautiful soul on this planet. We're going to be okay, right? We're going to be okay. Don't forget, the world's not going to change, but how you react to it is. If you find your inner peace and know that you have support all around you. That's where our message from the guides today is that, hey, once you find your inner peace, everything else doesn't matter, because there you are. And with the expansion we're having right now, things are moving fast. Big energy is moving. We are going to be going Tuesday to Holiday Lake for the full moon yoga, like I said, I might not be able to put my head under my legs and put my hands down and all that, but I can go ground myself and I can be a part of the meditative process of that, find some solace under the full moon with like-minded folks. I hope you will join us. It's a $10 donation is what they ask for, as well as parking. But that's a nice night out. So we love you. We appreciate you here from the Hometown Hippie and from the Grateful Fed family. Um, we're going to be redesigning the website a little bit, not the Hometown Hippie one right now, but the Grateful Fed one. You're going to get like an app so you can order and all of that. We're working on all of that. I just need time and I need help, and I asked for help for that this week as well. Anybody else out there who knows how to do like apps and web design that want to come by and help me, I'll take the help. I'm so bad at it. I'm trying to get better at it, but I don't have enough times, enough hands in the day. I've been on here too long. I'm going to get off here right now and give you, as always, our lovely message as we end all of our lives, and that is peace, love, and feast, y'all. And as always, stay elevated. I love you. Have a great day.